Okay, 88 is significant, or 808, and then 77. But before I started this, it was 8778. So that's significant. If you feel called to stay, you may stay. If not, you can scroll. To my newcomers, hey, how y'all doing? I'm Lady B. Nice to meet you. To my followers, hey, welcome back. If you feel called to stay, you may stay. If not, you can leave once again. Take it resonate, leave it doesn't. This could be a timeless reading, so if you feel like it is, go ahead and save it for later. If not, continue to watch the reading. Without further ado, let's get into the reading. All right, before we start, 777 is significant. 810, which 7, and then 77, my battery percent. So now, let's get into the reading. All right, 111 is significant. 202. All right, so straight into it. We got this 5 of baskets. I knew to put it over here. Just trust my intuition. But with the 5 of baskets, it talks about finally moving on, forgiving yourself, renewed hope, seeking help for emotional problems, recovery, feeling alive, letting go of grief, sorrow, and disappointment. You're letting go of these painful endings and deep wounds. We got the Ten of Swords out here. Ten of Swords talks about chaos, defeat, betrayal, loss, and deep wounds. And so I feel like for that, because we have the 8 of Swords up under it, it was your mindset. You probably had a scarcity mindset, or was living, still living in flight or fight mode. And so that was causing you standstills, resistance, indecision, fear of sacrifice, lack of control, and delays because of the lack of control that you had. Because, if I don't do it, then it's not going to get done. And, just not thinking out of faith, being very fearful. But now that you lived and you learned, and you know that, if you did it before, you can do it again. So like, what's the point of me stressing? Give me a moment. Okay, so I just got a notification that said get ready to be showered with compliments. And so for this is like for y'all, get ready to be showered with abundance. 345. With the 3 of Sticks out here, this talks about improved finances, travel, becoming a leader, seeing a bigger picture, seeing the vision, feeling free, visionary power moves, reaping the rewards of hard work, and receiving potentially game changer advice. Confirmed with the Ace of Coins. Again, prepared to be showered. Ace of Coins talks about inheritance, receiving money or gifts, new financial or career opportunities, productivity, job offers, abundance, practical advice, achieving tangible results, blessings, lottery winners, optimism, money reward for hard work, improved health, happy beginnings, having a support system, manifestation, windfalls, and good omens. You got both of them. Like, you just double the omen. 818. And so with this 9 of Cups being next to all this, and then with the 7 of Pentacles. Nine of Cups talks about wish come true, contentment, satisfaction, emotional stability, luxury, gratitude. First of all, we just talked about this. You're moving on, and then you're getting the emotional security, as well as like the actual financial security, 505. And then with the Seven of Pentacles, we have long-term view, hard work, perseverance, diligence, sustainable results, and investment, which is basically double, triple confirmation, because this is what you're getting for planning and making progress and making decisions and discovering and finding out what you want. And so, you know, next to that we have what I just said was the Two of Wands, and so because of that, you got this Wheel of Fortune. Like, things is going to turn out and happen for you because you've been constantly doing and putting in the work despite the ups and downs. With the Seven of Baskets next to the Queen, the Big Queen, I think the Big Queen is the Empress in this deck. And then the Seven of Baskets talks about, just because this is Seven of Cups and the other one, it just talks about having multiple opportunities. Again, seeing something about this Ace of Coins. Ace of Coins talks about having multiple opportunities, and got the book. Job offers, inheritance, windfalls, new beginnings. Same thing, but it's in baskets. And then the Empress, because you decided to choose yourself, you decided to take action and evolve and have growth. And so next to that, we have the Six of Sticks, which just talks about public recognition, self-confidence, and, you know, you finally getting what you deserve, you know, being put in that leader position, and, you know, traveling the world and doing the things that you like to do, or that you've been wanting to do, because you've seen the bigger picture and you made a firm decision that, okay, I'm in control of my reality, and this is what I want, and you took the action steps to get what you want, which is causing the world. Under the world, we have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands talks about energy, passionate, inspired action, like I just said, adventure, fearlessness, and impulsiveness. And then the World talks about completion, accomplishment, wholeness, obtainment, fulfillment, travel, celebration of life, and arriving. The card at the bottom of the deck is John Horse. I forgot who he is, so we fancy to see. John Horse. Oh, it's the Emperor. So this is not a love reading, but it could be a love reading. 737, because we have the Empress and we have the Emperor. But just with the Emperor, like, again, like, you being firm in your decision, knowing you're a leader, taking what's rightfully yours, and, you know, standing 10 toes down on it, and knowing that you're a star and that you can always, like, even if you feel like, you know, this is too much, know that you can balance this, that this is all for you, and this is not something that's gonna, like, just, this is not gonna end in defeat. It's not gonna end in whatever old deep wounds that you had, because you've laid down a foundation for this new. For this new. And then 826, which is 88, that's just like, but yeah, that was it. If you felt like it resonated, you should let me know down below. If not, maybe on the next one. But yeah, that was my reading. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.